This is a comedy routine of 5 trying to be competent, imagining that they're competent, but in fact being incompetent.
It looks, this is torture already.
All right, welcome back, everybody. HOE. Back here, torturing types again. We're doing another episode on torture, how to torture each instinct stacking. Once again, like last time, anyone who leaves a comment with the most diabolical takes on how they might torture each instinct stacking, if you leave the best, you might win a prize. I think the prize last time was either a discount on the typing or to be featured on another episode. The winner of the last one I've already contacted. So yeah, let us know in the comments what your takes are on how you would torture each instinct stacking. Today I'm joined by Moses and Valentino of the soon to be released, probably maybe not released on the airing of this episode.
Yeah. It's not going to be released because he keeps getting late.
Yeah, I'll be too late. I won't be there.
The aptly named podcast, soon to be released, launched, Hopeless Romantwinks. Can you tell us why the world needs yet another podcast from a couple of hopeless twinks?
Yeah, because we're horny, we're hopeless, we're really hopeless romantics, just so to speak. But also a need for another intellectual sexual revolution. And we're here to bring the Dionysian horror back into your nightmares.
Back into your holes.
Yeah. We're raising hell.
So is this going to be, is this like a podcast that's loosely based on an Enneagram or just loosely based on being twinks? What is it?
Yeah, just stuff on our own interest.
Okay.
I intentionally didn't want to make an Enneagram podcast, but with Valentino's on our conversations and what we talk about for the most part, it's probably going to end up being a very loosely based Enneagram content.
Yeah, I think it's just going to be Enneagram. Yeah, I mean, there's so much to it. Like, and you can talk about it with anything, any media, any whatever. Yeah. So it's probably going to be Enneagram, and then we'll bounce off with other interests.
Yeah, pretty much with movies or just our own observations about life, people, or anything that touches our G-spots.
Yeah, porn. I want to talk. We're going to talk about porn pretty much exclusively all the time. So
yeah.
Exactly. That's gonna be the first
and thirsting after people 100%.
Gen Z podcast that has emerged from
it's the solution to brain rot.
Yes.
Yeah, right, hopefully.
Yeah, it better be.
So anyways, I hope you guys came prepared with your best roasts. We're going to be roasting or torturing each instinct stacking today. All right, so we're going to start with self-pressed blind. You can start with social sexual. How would you torture social sexual?
Yeah, I had the idea to get a whole TV control remote because the thing with social sexuals is that they're really so on like their immediate like best friend material. Like even if it's like, you know, whenever they're interested, it's like, ooh, I could do this, I could do that. And to me, it's like with the social sexuals that they're too on and that they end up talking so much. Like my older brother, he can't self-regulate and everything, and he's a phenomenal yapper. So I had the solution to get a whole remote control where you just cut off his voice box, like at the moment, anytime he's interested. Like anytime that he wants to talk or like spill out his guts, we're just gonna shut him off, like every single fucking time. So Valentino, if you would do yourself a favor and shut off your mic for like the rest of the call, because you know.
You would just have to mute me for the entire call so I couldn't speak or any other like you were saying, social sexual is all about this like dynamic, like you have to be talking, you have to be creating some sort of like connection with the people around you. I mean, even if you were trapped in a void with no people, I think that's another like pretty easy to get a social sexual. Just want to because they're gonna spiral in their head and like want to kill themselves over whatever. Like they can't connect with anything because like there's nothing out that like in the world. Like they can't be happy with like, oh, I'm gonna go to a cottage in the middle of nowhere and like mine some like crops or mine some whatever like dirt or some shit. Like self-pres like doms can kind of do that. Like a social sexual has to have people. Like you have to have something around you to like play with. Basically, if there's no games, it's over. Like just
there's nothing that you know a self-pres blind could do without like having people in the background. It's like with like the whole thing like staying in themselves or just like not outsourcing self-preservation. It's like they can't do it. Like they can't just like be in them with them themselves. So
yeah, I've
literally
got
all the like prison white room tortures, like all of it, is just
Yeah.
that can be something, or just simply get it to shut up.
I've got solitary confinement as
Yep.
a prime torture device for social sexual, because I probably more so than any other stacking, they would suffer the most from aloneness. And more than that, not even just solitary confinement, because maybe some head types might be able to like get into their imagination, imagine friends, and imagine things to ping off of. It'd have to be solitary confinement along with forced manual labor, like farm
Yes.
work and finances. So like
Making friends with the cucumbers.
you're doing hardcore, unsexy, solitary self-pres, working on a farm without anyone's help, or
Yeah.
you're doing your finance and accounting,
Yes.
Yeah.
Taxes.
You know,
Taxes.
taxes.
Yeah, filing
Actual-
filing cabinets.
They
if
were
they're-
forced to program, like they were forced to do programming all day.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You'd have to find a way to incentivize too, because like I could imagine like you are given that like pen and paper to like do taxes, and they would try to draw, like that's where they would go. We'd have to like whip them if they try to draw. Like you cannot do anything except this
Yeah.
like task. You have to do it well, like and then there's no people like that. You just trap
It
them.
has
in
to be
that void.
robots
Yes.
whipping them. It
Exactly.
can't
Yeah.
be people whipping them.
Yeah, exactly.
If it was a person, it'd be like, "Oh, daddy, please," you know.
They're like yeah, like
I wonder if you've seen those like AI partners or AI boyfriend girlfriends that show up in like Instagram ads or whatever. It's like all those things. Like to me, it's like that is like you see like artificial intelligence or robots trying so hard to like, oh, let's connect with the people or seduce their fantasies. Like it has to be completely anti
like sterile.
yeah, it has to be sterile.
If you got rid of weekends and you made play and fun illegal, and so
Yeah.
it was a constant work week, and fun was punishable by death.
My dad. Yeah. Yeah.
Like every day is a Monday.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah. Every day you have it has to be that terrible like Monday thing where it's like coming off of the high. You have to somehow force that like feeling into them. Like you are coming down from the high, but they never even get the high. So there's this whole like tension there.
Even on that theme, because social sexual is not only the instinct that cares the most about like intimacy and connection. So if you were to turn off the ability to smile and laugh and make eye contact, I think it would hurt social sexual probably the most.
Oh, that's
if
interesting.
if you were not allowed to express yourself or smile or laugh or even make eye contact with people, I think that
Yeah.
would probably hurt social sexual the most.
Yeah.
Or even like with social sexuals that are more negative, just like turn off the ability to like do negative emotions, turn off the ability to like hate or anything. It's like just
Yeah.
being totally neutral, like no response whatsoever. It's like there's nothing.
Like it might be too far to say like rip out their eyes and like stitch their mouth closed, but
No,
I
it's
don't,
not.
like you know what I mean? Like I don't, but like you have to like because like anyone would fucking hate that. But I'm just like for the social sexual, like that's just supreme. Just because like maybe you could get like a social blind, like rip out their eyes and stitch their mouth, and then like give them drugs and they'll be okay. But like if
Yeah.
it's like but like with the social sexual, we're gonna die. Like that's just like kill me now. There's no reason to live if I can't do anything and see everything. And
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, if you
I'm
can't
also-
see expression or make expression,
yeah.
that seems like you might as well be dead for social sexual.
yeah.
I'm also
Absolutely.
reminded if they were the last person on Earth, then they will make sure that they don't end up on Earth ever, because there's nobody there.
Yeah.
Like I'm not making friends with the fucking trees.
Another one what I thought of is if a social sexual was forced into a situation like a very extreme survival situation, like let's say you were dropped in the South Pole, which is highly protected. There's certain
Yeah.
parts of it that you can't go. It's extremely dangerous, extremely cold. I think it gets down to like minus 47 degrees. And so if you were stuck in the South Pole, there is nothing you can think of other than fucking getting warm and surviving. There's nothing about people. There's no joy. There's no fun. There's no entertainment. Nobody's making any jokes. There's no comedy. There's no like intimacy, and like there's none of that. It's just like, let's
Death
get warm. And
or
so that
survival.
would be the fucking worst scenario. Like you're just stuck in self-pres hell
Yeah.
for however long it takes.
Because that reminded me of like that Naked and Afraid garbage or whatever, like where you like they make you naked, throw you in the forest or whatever. Like, because that sounds like the social sexual nightmare too. Just like living off of the land, having to like dig for bugs and eat them, Like, and the thing about Naked and Afraid is there's like a camera, and they know that. So maybe a
Yeah.
social sexual could see that, like being fun, like, oh, there's still a camera watching me. But if you took away that element and it was just drop you in a forest alone with the tigers and get eaten or whatever, like they would want to die. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the thing is that they're naked, but what if, of course, they have a person that they don't even like who's naked, or there's someone who's completely
That's
ugly.
that's an
and
idea.
repellent.
Surround them with ugly people.
I don't-
and the
yeah.
boring ugly people. Just like put them in a room, like wall to wall, just full of ugly people, and just like trap them in there.
Or
You
just
know-
That might be
put 'em-
awful.
Or just put them in a group of, Clavicular and the Tate brothers and Nick Fuentes.
No, but I love.
I don't know. Yeah,
Here-
that's a
here's
problem.
all
Yeah.
right. We got to move on. We are doing sexual social now since we're doing a self-press blind. So, all right, how would you torture sexual social?
My problem is we were talking about solitary too for them too. Like that was my idea. Like too, like some way that they cannot be witnessed, because they want to be witnessed as this like godlike creature of like sexual desire, and like everyone needs to follow their like their motions. And then you just like trap them in a box, or like maybe like wrap them in like some sort of like material so that you can't see their body, and just like hang them through the streets, and they're just like this object of nothing. I don't know.
I'm
You have to
thinking
make
of
them
like
nothing.
how creatures like butterflies, their only existence is to mate and then die. Like what
Yeah.
if sexual socials, like once they have a sexual or romantic fantasy, and the first time they jerk off, their genitals fall off, or like they can't ever experience that high ever again. You only experience once and live the rest of your life sterile and
Yeah,
completely
that's good.
numb.
Because the solitary confinement seems more of a hit for social.
Yeah.
Because the sexual social thing is like, even it's almost like my love or my attraction doesn't need another person.
Yeah.
So there's a way that in solitary confinement they could either
like-
do it in fantasy, or they could
could
just
jerk
do
off
it
to
within
it.
themselves. They
Yeah.
they could stay. So the thing about, I think you have to corrupt their own internal sex goddess
Yes.
identity.
Yeah.
And so part of what would be horrible for sexual social is, let's say, because AI is getting really good now, like they're in solitary confinement and you're playing them a hyper realistic film of them, and an AI double of them fucking despicable, ugly
Creatures.
people that they're not attracted
Yeah.
to. And they have to
yeah.
watch it, and they're
Remember
forced to
that.
watch themselves seducing, not just fucking, and forced like seducing and being into people that they're not into.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's one way.
that's-
You could tarnish
that's a
their
good one.
image somehow. Like, there's an
Yeah.
image quality about the sexual social, I think, where it's like they're imagey, like the two-ish, like they want to be seen as this thing. So if you like, you could trap them also like in the solitary thing, and then put like play like what the world is seeing of them, like make up like a story about what they are now, like this disgusting trash, and then like just play it over and over and like show people's reactions to how disgusting they are, like tarnish
Yeah.
how beautiful they are, almost like ruin the
Yeah.
gem because they're like a diamond or whatever, like smother it with like shit,
Yeah, or in other cases, how about like people that they really hate, and people that they're not into are fucking the people that they are into. Like get a whole film,
Yeah,
get a whole
yeah.
film screen where Clockwork Orange
Yes.
style.
Yeah,
where
so
they have
almost-
to
That's
see
good.
Yeah,
everything.
tie them to a chair and surround
Like-
them with screens, and then screens just playing these like all the scenes we just mentioned. Like, oh, like you're trash. These are the people that are having sex without you, and like that you want. And then here's the you having sex with like the deep fakes of you having sex with disgusting people, and like this
Yeah.
just like mind fuck of like
And nothing is heard
Torture.
except for the whole like the whole nothing is heard except for the moans.
But you also have to like make it so they can't like jerk off while this is happening, because I could see a sexual social finding a way to make this hot, but like
Oh, yeah.
you
Yeah,
like have to like
I can think of
sterilize
one
them.
sexual social who would find that hot.
Yeah, me too. But like I was thinking of this, probably the same one. But like yeah, you have to strap them down so like they
Yeah,
can't
you have to
touch
like
themselves.
make sure that their fingers aren't doing anything.
Yeah.
Like they have to
Yeah.
just keep them up right over here. or
So
something.
here's a deep cut. So part of the sexual social thing is there's, because sexual instinct is about sexual desire, and we with social, we sort of like try to make that sexual desire higher and more sentimental, and that's where falling in love comes from, is from that sexual social realm. So now a nightmare for sexual social was that if we reduce sexual desire to something that you had to pay for, a commodity that you had to pay for. So in order for you to get someone to be into you, they could only be into you to the degree that you spent money. So to get someone to fall in love with you, you have to spend $100K. And you have to know that the only reason they're into you is because you spent $100K. Every attraction hook that you feel with another person is based on monetary value, not attraction or love or anything sentimental.
Yes.
Yeah, this doesn't include the ridiculously whopping taxes, by the way.
Yeah. You have to destroy that magical thing that they believe that they have this power over people. You have to destroy it and say, no, it's just money.
It's just money.
Perfect. It's just money.
And not only money, but you have to clean for them. You have to do, like, slave work for them. You have to, I don't know, like, do the actual grounding and honeymoon phase. Like, I don't know, take care of the kids or whatever.
Oh, yeah. Force them to take care of children that they would have or something with the person that they're with. I don't know. Like, you have to force them into that domestic, like...
Well, you know, they have social, so it would suck, but it wouldn't be the worst in the world. I think that is more of a nightmare for, like, the social blinds is, like, for, like, every time... Yeah. That's what I have saved for one of the social blinds is, like, every time you have kids, every time you fuck... a kid pops out, you know.
Oh, that's all. Yeah. and you have to take care of it. Yeah. But yeah.
Nobody wants their face disfigured, but I feel like probably the stacking that would suffer the most, because the social blind stackings would probably find some edge with this. But sexual social, there's a sort of like pristine like icon of sexual desire that I want to be. So if you destroyed a sexual social's face with acid, I feel like that would be like kill me.
Well, like Madonna. Over. Her face is getting destroyed by age, and now she's like disfiguring it more to try to fix it. You know, it's like, okay, like that's it. Like, you just have to make them age. You don't even have to do acid. Just make them age and like try to force them to stick in it.
On the theme of taking the sentimental value out of it, there's probably some sexual socials that are fine with orgies and gangbangs, but I feel like in general, the stacking that's most likely to make sexual desire into a religion of like something higher than just something based in that would be sexual social. So if you were forced, if the world was forced to see them in debased or deranged sexual acts, like that they don't think is elevated enough, higher, I feel like that would be a torturous thing. Like everyone's watching you in a gangbang and
well, some sort of like banal, like kinky, like super gross, like just
SP-ish sort of sex.
Yes, that's like not even. It's not the beauty of sex. It's like this disgusting like body thing of sex, like just the physical.
Like
I don't know. Yeah.
Okay, let's move on. We are doing the sexual blinds now, starting with social self-pres. So how would you torture social self-pres?
Well, you can't torture me, so I don't know how that works.
No, I liked yours, Moses. We talked about like this idea that you can embarrass a social self-pres, and that'll like that's a really basic way of putting it. But it's like,
well, you can't embarrass
they're
them.
so caught up in this like image of what they are, what they can become, what sort of like narrative they run their life with, and then if you just embarrass, like unleash all of their darkness, like secrets, like immediately for the world to see. There's this like uncomfortability. Like I have a social self-pres friend. Like I try to bring up anything personal about his life, and there's this weird tension and uncomfortability that he just like writhes with, and it's like, okay, I just need to keep doing that, like to like torture you. You know what I mean? I just have to keep asking the weird shit, like, oh, what kinks do you like? Like I can't ask that to him because he'll get weird and embarrassed and awkward.
Yeah, what kind of shit do you like when you get someone to sit on you? Like, is it the green shit? Is it the brown shit? Yeah. Like, which is the one that makes you come faster?
It is like there's a rigid sort of self-narrative that social self-pres has, and all like anything that could be revealed that is somewhat like outside the box of the self-narrative, anything messy, anything that could be degrading of that sort of social statue, the social self-pres, that would be like the worst thing. And so like some examples. Actually, go ahead, Dope. I think you were going to say something.
Because I'm thinking of like what if like what they were trying to do as like a social self-pres is like, you know, I appear this way, or like, you know, the whole thing with the guise of one-to-one and intimacy, which really hides a lot. what if one of the things that they say, like, as kind of the nice things or some more appropriate things, like, they hear the appropriate things in their head, or the things that they want to say in their head, but what they're saying is, like, crude, crass, disgusting, repellent shit outside. Like, they just outright admit to their crush, and, like, instead of, like, say, if they're around their crush, instead of, like, being more restrained, they're just going straight to their cooch or something. It's like, they have to go straight to the jugular.
That movie is, what's it called? Like Liar Liar or something? I don't know. I watched it when I was young. I don't really care about. But like, it's like a liar. He like can't lie anymore. So like, if he goes up, he sees this girl with like big tits. He's like, I love your tits, like just immediately.
Right.
Like, and, So just like, if you cannot like play the politeness game anymore, you can't do the like. If you break it, like if you're doing the social sexual breaking, they like freak out. Like a social software would freak out. So.
I thought that the show Black Mirror, I'm sure that some of the writers were probably social self-pres, because there are a couple episodes that felt like social self-pres nightmares, and a couple that I'm thinking of, one was the social credit score episode.
Yes.
Because that seems like a social self-pres horror story of like everything you've ever done, every bad interaction, you get a bad score, and everyone can see your social credit score. And so the fact that let's say you're trying to recreate yourself, but like your social credit score shows that you've been, not only shows your social credit score, but it plays your lowest moments for people whenever they look at you. They can actually see a summary of all the most embarrassing moments that you've had when they encounter you. So you can never hide from what you've actually really done.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I can see some, like, more antisocial, like, social self-pres people, or even, like, I don't know, to me as a 5, it's like, yeah, I've had some horrible relationship histories, but it's more of, like, they're stupid, I don't care. And to me, it's like a whole score wouldn't matter. I guess it's, like, one of the things, like, or just being vulnerable, or just, like, the whole incompetence of, like, where they want to be socially, or who they want to be, or the narrative that they're being is completely misconstrued.
Well, yeah, and there's like a confidentiality that I feel like social self-pres love. Like they want to be able to hold back and like protect like whatever inner turbulence they may have. So it's like if that's stripped away, like there's no more like self-pres wall, basically, for lack of a better comparison. They can't. Like they're just opening the doors to everything, and they're gonna reveal some like dark inner thing that doesn't follow their narrative, and it's
So what if imagine this, like what if as a social self-pres you're doing your thing, but you encountered a clone of you, someone who is essentially like doubling your identity, but is doing something that you never would, which is dumping things that you keep to yourself, but they're saying the opposite. They're sharing those things. So it's like it's not you, but it is you, and you're having to live with this person who is in a way kind of like an embarrassment or a degradation to the identity that you're trying to build.
Yes.
Because you know that what they're saying is stuff that you're keeping secret to yourself, but it's about you.
Yeah.
I could totally say that.
100% that. Or maybe get someone who is the complete opposite of you. Someone that you don't like, someone who looks like an exact clone of you, who does the things that you would never imagine you would do. Yeah, the things that you would hate. Like I would absolutely hate if a clone of myself was yelling out social justice warrior anti-sex bullshit.
And they were dressed in pink and
they were
like
Barbie stand.
And wear crop tops and crops and have like a whole like 6-7 shirt like in like loud red. Like totally unrefined with like like the whole like I forgot what it was, the assless chaps or something. I can't imagine anyone wearing that.
Yeah,
like, that would be probably one of the worst scenarios, is being reincarnated as someone you find despicable.
Yeah. Well, and they would have to actively shit on. In the social self-present landscape. Imagine if they shit on the book too. So like it was like you built a book of your life, you died, and then someone was reincarnated as like the worst part of you, and then they found the book and then they shit on it.
Yeah.
And somehow you cosmically knew that they had just shit on. Like that would just be torture if you're trapped in hell. Like knowing that your reputation is getting destroyed
by
yourself, but you as the worst. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Jesus. You can have your social self-pres that are really, pro-sex, and like kind of the thing with I guess with some people about sexual blind is that they're not promiscuous or they're not freaky. Like you have some social suppressors that are freaky as hell, like Gore Vidal is a good example. But do you see them like getting down and dirty like at the moment? Just like a lot of what social suppressors is doing is that it's a frame. Like if they're going to be more, you know, anti-social, it's like they have to set it up, and that's a whole narrative. But if you get like say Freud without using psychoanalysis, it's like did you imagine that Gore Vidal or some other social suppressor is going to get down and dirty on the spot? No.
Yeah.
It's like probably not.
Yeah,
that's why we're in this turtleneck.
To someone with sexual in the typing, it feels like they're like still stifling that desire. They're not like spilling it out. It's like they have this crafted idea that they do sex, and they have all these like laws about it, but there's no like delving and like falling apart thing that like sexual types actually do.
Because the opposite of social self-pres is sexual self-pres, and so it's this in the moment transformation. We're gonna drop all our boundaries. We're gonna get naked, and we're gonna get it on right now, like whatever gets born right now. So to force the social self-pres to do that would be torturous, because that's completely opposite for what because everything has to be framed up. There are certain hoops and rituals that we need to go through so that we can eventually get to that. But to force a social suppress to be raw and unfiltered and sort of get naked would be like the worst thing. The other one that the other one that I remembered from the show was there was a punishment where somebody was gray rocked, where everyone in the world, they were just a gray thing, but they could still see. They couldn't interact with anyone in the world, but they could tell that people were there.
Weird.
So just to become gray rocked. You're still in the world, but you can't see anyone's face, and they can't see your face, and all you can hear is like, you know, but you know that people are there, but you can't. Everyone's just gray rocked.
Oh. This one reminded me kind of there was like a Korean drama or something. I saw a clip. I didn't watch it, but I saw like a trailer. It was like there's a red line that connects you to someone you've had sex with.
Oh.
And so social stuff, like if you can see that everyone has slept with, you can see like all the connections, like in a group of friends, you see that all of them have had sex. A social self-pres would like be like the order is gone. There's no
right. Oh, okay. Right.
There's no like it's just this like underbelly is like on like seen
on display
for everything.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on. Social self-pres social. How would you torture self-pres social?
Oh God!
What did we talk about?
All the tortures that we came up with for self-pres are they legitimate tortures?
A lot of the premises for TV shows, because there's so many self-pres social creators, are just kind of like self-pres social nightmares.
Like Cartoon Network or like Looney Tunes, like you know, like the whole cartoons where you just smack a hammer on them. Like
even we've talked about the hero story itself as a self-pres social journey to slay the dragon, which is the sexual, right? So it's like. Yeah. Any story that's like I'm gonna overcome this thing that's attacking our village, that's self-pres social hell. And it's like so boring to me because you see that everywhere. It's like okay, like we get it, like go fight or don't, who cares, maybe be friends. Like I want to be friends with the dragon. I'd rather be friends with the dragon, like
and also,
you know what I mean.
And also self-pres social is a torture in itself. Like, we know that all the self-pres socials know that. So, I don't even know why we're doing self-pres social. Can we just skip it and move on?
So, I've got a few for them.
Yeah.
I've got a few for them. If you're because I mean, there's so many basic things about self-pres. So, if their senses were hijacked by some other extraterrestrial force that was speaking for them, that was inputting certain senses and voices. So, if you felt like my voice and my ears and my eyes are not being controlled by me anymore, like there's something invading my senses, I feel like that would be like kill me now kind of a situation.
There's like because like I could see like a sexual type using that to their advantage. It's like, oh, I'm a prophet now, like you know what I mean, I could see the world, like. But then a self-pres social is like, I don't want to deviate from this like contained environment. So then if they're constantly like have this strangeness in their body and their sensation, they're gonna like they're gonna die. Like what they can't control that, and they can't be themselves, like they're their own person or their own independent force.
Like getting, I don't know, Garfield to like do treadmill runs or whatever. It's like that's a whole thing. Like like I'm thinking of like even like body horror in itself is self-social, like or the movie
Yeah.
Alien is self-social. It's like you didn't
Right.
like getting something came in, like I prevented all I can, like like Lysol spray, I'm wearing a mask or I'm like closing the door and doing all the proper things, but it's still there.
Yeah.
And it's just implanted in me. Like it basically, I don't know, like they're pregnant with I don't know, some thing that they can't control and they have to give birth to it.
I think most storylines where there's a monster, that's a self-presocial horror story, because like some mystical force that doesn't fit the regular day-to-day, I go to work and I do my thing, there's something that breaks up the pattern that shows up that has the threat of like infecting me, or like Alien is a good one where it's like it infects you and then you give birth to something new. Like that's like the worst fucking thing. But just like the idea of a monster, like we're all running away from a monster that completely broken up the pattern of what we do every single day, is a self-social nightmare.
Like even like The Exorcist or like any sort of possession thing.
Yes,
like it's like some demon is like consuming them, and then like that takes away from your life. Like now there's this thing that's ruining something. Like I don't know. There's a lot. There's layers there. It's that uncontrolled mess, just
of sexual.
Of
in
sexual.
A way,
yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
And another one is I've got. I mean, because you know, self-pres is about what you consume. Like consumer culture is self-pres. Now, what if you could never be satisfied? I'm sure there are a lot of self-pres socials that already have this, but like never-ending hunger and never-ending consumer drive that nothing you buy or nothing you consume satisfies you.
Yeah, like they eat something and they're always going to be hungry, or otherwise
Always
like
hungry.
always hungry, always thirsty, or always tired, or always awake but never being able to sleep. And what they don't know is that they don't actually need to eat or drink or sleep. And they always feel tired or hungry or thirsty, but they really don't have to. It's like
I don't know, with self-socials, it's always something about like they just don't like drama too, like people like having like any sort of like conflict with like other people like involved. They want the sort of, they don't want people to touch their environment in a way, so you have to like stir up drama constantly. I don't know, get a social sexual to go in there and ruin all the friends and just like ruin all their friendships.
Or just get me in there and just insert my psychic semen in there and just force them to like force them to like, or otherwise get me arguing about some radical like unserious trollish topic. It's like I think every self-social's nightmare has been me for like years.
Because that's a little tangent, but like every time I've had like a friend group where it falls apart from some sort of like drama, it's like that's kind of what's gonna happen at some point. If like that's what you know what I mean. The self-pres social thinks that they can just cling, and 3-2 like social stuff where they can cling on to these people. But if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. Like I'm gonna say something that you don't like, and then it's gonna deviate, and we're gonna just not be the same people anymore.
Yes.
But like a self-pres social wants to keep this like these are my friends. They want to stay here. I don't want them to leave. You know what I mean? They like maybe constantly have them like lose friends, lose family, lose home, and like force them to move every other week or something. That would also
destabilize them.
Like throw a tornado or like flood their house. I think I talked to Moses about this. Flood their house. Like because of social sexual, I was like, I would just be like, okay, call all of my photography friends. We're turning this into a bathhouse or like a photo shoot. Like like a flooded. But like if a self-pres social had their house flood, they would want to die. Like
like
it's chaos now.
To your point of like if it's just survival, that's what self-pres social is used to. But if you made like, it's like Final Destination is about people just getting popped off randomly for mysterious reasons. But if it was Final Destination for all your connections, for all the people in your life, the thing like, so it's not like survival, but it's like you're watching the people that you want to hold on to. You end up like losing those friendships and those connections one by one for mysterious reasons, and you don't know what to do.
Yes. Yeah, like a secret serial killer killing all of your family members and friends.
Here's a basic one that I'm sure anyone who's self-pres social who wants to start a family and have kids, like you started a family, you've had like 4 or 5 kids, and you're working every day, and your kids are like, you know, they're growing up, and by chance you did 23andMe and you discovered that none of your kids are yours.
That would be awful.
None of your kids are yours, and you've spent a decade raising kids that
what have you been doing?
Are not your own.
Yikes!
How did they get here?
Yeah.
Yeah, none of your kids are genetically
Oh, that would be
your
hell.
kids.
I'm sorry. I wish I could tell my parents that all the time. It's like it's like they force me to do martial arts and like go to church and everything, and I'm like, what if I all of a sudden just turn out to not be your child or everyone else?
Well, my
It's like-
parents already told me I'm not their child, so it's like,
Yeah.
it's like, I mean, I'm not
Who
their
cares?
child, so, but yeah, for sure, it's like this, like, you just
Family.
realize that nothing is
Yeah.
yours. Like, these aren't even yours. Like,
Yeah.
what you thought
Exactly.
was yours isn't.
I mean, I could see some self-pressed social be like, okay, I raised them, they're still mine. But no, that would be a horrible
Yeah,
situation still.
self-press
Like,
social 9 would be like,
because
"Oh, so
they
my
want
kids."
people have kids because they want to replicate them. They want to continue their
Yeah.
bloodline. You know.
Yeah. I forgot about those like those people who like get obsessed with like sperm donors because they just want to
Yeah.
replicate like people like 1,000 people. It's like those people. Just,
Well, I was about to say, like, yeah, like even the idea that you're infertile. There's so many like random like self-social stories. Like, you're infertile, you can't have kids, and then
Yeah.
that's like the end of their life. Like,
Yeah. Right.
I mean, I don't really do girls, so but I like if I did, I'd be like, I don't care. Like, fuck, whatever. Like,
no,
yeah,
it's,
I'm
it's a
infertile.
huge identity. Having children is a big identity for a lot
like-
of self-pressed
Yeah.
socials.
Yeah, like a social type, like I feel like would be more willing to adopt and just be like, yeah, that's my kid. Like I
Right.
raised them, I talk to them, whatever. But like past that, they like the self-pres wants that to be their actual kid. It's like this
Right.
like I don't know, I don't get it, but
No, that would be the worst thing. It's like
Yeah.
you've invested so much energy thinking that these are your children and find out
Yes.
that they're another man's kids. That would be like, oh no, I want to kill myself. Yeah. Okay, so now we've come to the social blinds.
You are not the father.
How would you torture self-pressed sexual?
oh, this one was
Oh.
hard.
Yeah,
Like,
the social blinds
maybe-
are tough, but you got to get
Yeah,
creative.
'cause-
Get creative.
Yeah, because I'm thinking like every single thing that they do for their self-preservation, like it always has a social cause, or it requires them to talk to people. It requires them to interact with people, or to do like the arbitrary nice guy, like, hey, how you doing? Like small talk will, like if they don't do small talk, then they get something taken away from them.
If everyone said to the self-pressed sexual every single day, someone said to them, "We need to talk." Every single day, we need to talk. That
Yeah.
would be the worst thing ever.
Yeah, you have to get them accountable for their social like failure, or like I don't know, like you have to force them. Like I was thinking, you force them in a room with like family members, like you said, like sort of being like trying to consolidate like some sort of social relationship. Just be like, oh, I want to fix this, I want to do that, and then like constantly berate them, and then like force their drugs away from them. Force any of their like
Yep.
lively pleasures away from them. Maybe put them in like like this sort of like a nursing home type thing, but like it's like they're like filled with like family members that will like go into their room and invade them.
Oh, yeah.
And will like ask for everything, like some sort of social, like, can you talk to this person for me?
Like put them in a photo shoot of people who like wear like flannel and like have this fall background. Like get 30 plus like a polycule of people who just force them to wear the exact same thing, and like wear like those like basic white mom shoes that my brother has, like those ugly like fucking tan slippers, like force them to wear that, take every single thing away from them and have them wear that for the rest of their life.
Yeah.
If you force a self-pressed sexual to wear all white everything, and to completely be clean, like a Mr. Clean aesthetic, that would be so painful. The other one, the other one is one, you can never be alone. You can
Yes.
never be alone. You and beyond being because you can self-pressed sexual can like try to like
Zone out.
like force the zone out with other people. You have to make eye contact every single time that you're with other people, which is all the
Yes.
time. Like you have to be doing face to face with other people, so you can't saturate within yourself. And then worse than that,
Ew. Oh,
everything that you experience, if it's good
Yeah.
and you like it and you get high off of it, you can only get high off of it once.
Yeah.
You have to you're forced to sample. You can't
Yeah.
saturate into any drug or
Anti-niche.
experience, and you have to do it with other people.
Yeah,
Oh
like
my
I'm
God.
actually reminded of like Tom York got in trouble because he performs in Israel, and everyone has a problem with like Israel and Palestine.
Yeah.
And he doesn't want to have like his social opinions there because like he only wants to do his art and his stuff. Like
Yes.
what if you get a social blind, like every like everything they do has
Ooh.
like you force
Political
them to
connotations.
have a social opinion that they want you to say. Like you get a bunch of fucking sixes who just tell them you either have a political opinion or we're going to just, destroy everything you have and you can't do this anymore.
Like force them on a political podcast every day, every single day, and then like show them like the footage afterward and it gets posted, and then like make them like just force them to do that experience of you're getting everything you have said framed. Yeah,
basically all your behaviors have to be framed politically, or you have to explain the political framing of everything you're doing.
Yeah, exactly. Like the social connotations of what you're doing.
Man.
Yeah. That would be terrible.
I was thinking if you had to be a humanitarian nurse, I don't care, like maybe even a self-pressed sexual too might be okay with this, but still, like I think in general, just your existence just to care for other people, I think would be a horrible thing for self-sexual.
Yeah, like
everyone you met, you were forced to recite your LinkedIn profile, and of course, self-pressed sexuals wouldn't have a LinkedIn profile, but they were forced to obsess about their LinkedIn profile, so they were constantly LinkedIning every single day. And every time they met someone, they would rant their LinkedIn profile like as if it was a networking event. That was the disease that they were inflicted with, is constant LinkedIning.
Yeah, or like forcing them to networking events at all, where they have to like reach like a quota of like talking to like 50 people and like making a connection. Like it can't be like you, and then like someone has to like fact check them. Like it's like a whole like put them in a whole like bureaucracy that they can't escape, basically.
Or giving them like like the job, like the orientation days, like the whole orientation day guidelines over and over and over again, like about what you can say, what you can't say, how you can act in this person, how you can't act in this person, every single fucking day.
HR like department.
You have to do that.
Yeah,
force them to be an HR department.
Exactly.
No, yeah, I don't know if this is right, but I had an idea of like force them in like self-help groups where like they do really weird shit where they like put their foreheads together and stare in each other's eyes and they say like super weird, saccharine, nice things about each other, and like they're social, like you are great, you are okay,
you're a great
like
person,
you're a great, and like they just stare at each other. Yeah, some sort of like just force them in a group where they have to do this for like 5 hours a day. With like people they don't like, they hate people they hate, like
with people.
Yeah, just with people. Yeah,
like I'm not doing that, but I'm like, I mean, I would do that. That's torture.
So every time that they try to be alone, like their aloneness is live streamed to the world.
Yeah, but get a camera to follow them. That's good.
Just get camera to follow them. Okay. Like you don't ever get a chance. Like solitary confinement would be a reward for self-pressed sexual.
Oh yeah.
So like the fact that you're never alone, you can never escape company. Even the perspective that you're being watched is a constant for self. Like, kind of like
the 1984-ish like cameras everywhere, and the Big Brother reports like what you're doing, and like you have to see the consequences of all this social like
press release every day of what you've done.
Yes, yeah.
Like the world gets like a news. The news is actually recounting your actions for the day and what they mean politically.
Yeah,
exactly. Like you brush your teeth. Oh my God, you're a racist.
Yeah, that sort of thing. Tabloids are obsessing about every single thing. You looked at this person wrong, or you went to this coffee shop and it means something politically, globally, economically. Like that's what the news is about. Every single little thing you do has a political connotation. All right. So finally, how to torture sexual self-pres.
Yeah, I said before about not being able to consummate, or their sexuality isn't like they're not going to be able to consummate or to have with anybody or anything. Like what they're into doesn't exist in the world.
It'd be worse if you were into something.
Oh yeah.
One is like you were getting off to it, but you could never reach orgasm. That would probably be the worst thing.
Well, because we just watched Nymphomaniac, like the Lars von Trier film, and in the second half, I don't really care. There's a little bit spoiler, but like she loses her ability to like orgasm, and her pussy becomes like a bleeding wound, basically. So she can't feel sex anymore. She can't feel it, It's just a wound. It's pain. It's suffering, and it's like there's no like nothing she can get out of like sexual desire. And the other thing that happens, which I think is really interesting, she's forced into this self-help like group, and in the self-help group, they tell her like to desexualize like everything around her. So she goes to her house. He died. But then she makes everything in her room, like she has to get rid of everything that is sexually like turns her on. So she covers everything with plastic, and then like just has a mattress. But what I think is so interesting is like she started like the masturbating, because like as being a sexual self-pres, there's almost like a embodied like sexuality anyway. So like like the hell is like for trying to force them to not also like consummate with anything, like not find that sexual attraction in anything. Like if you had to if you had to really get a sexual self-pres to do that, that's like impossible, and it's like hell.
It's like you would find something to get off to, but like I think I mentioned before, like every orgasm produces a baby, a pregnancy. And so every time they come, there's a child, and that has to be taken care of. And you can't be a deadbeat dad or a deadbeat mom. You can't put them up for adoption. So you have to raise the kids that way. Things.
And the kids are just infectiously demanding. They grow up they have to like you, they have to hate you, and they assume that you have to like and hate them or something like that. They assume that there's a relationship, and they bug you about it all the time.
Or what I was sort of thinking is that you would, when they have all these, like, this swarm of children that appears from all the things they, like, have sex with or whatever, then, like, you have some sort of auditor, like Child Protection Services that, like, on their ass permanently and, like, watches them and is like, you have to take care of these kids. Like, you cannot avoid them. And then, so they just have, like, every sexual encounter, every hook they want to follow will become another, like, social thing they have to deal with. Yeah.
Like they end up into those like Puritan spaces. Like what they're into ends up becoming like a whole cock blocker or something.
Here's another one. So they do find someone they're into. They fall in love. At every single relationship they ever get into, the person that they've fallen in love with, who's also fallen in love with them, at some point wakes up and finds them completely repulsive, and there's nothing they can do about it. Like, to the point where it's like, you are the most repulsive thing I've ever seen or felt. And it's not like, it'd be one thing if you couldn't attain the love that you wanted, but to attain it and to be with that person, but to watch them completely lose sexual desire for you, there is nothing worse than that for a sexual type. And to know that there's nothing you can do to pull them back. They never want. They find the smell and the sight of you completely repulsive.
Yeah. Like they fall in love with someone, and then they all of a sudden find them so repulsive to where they never experience any of that. They can never fall in love ever again because that person is so repulsive. They experience that once. Or something.
A nymphomaniac movie for sure. Like she's like a 9 and sexual self-pres 9 probably. So like that's just the perfect case study, honestly, because that was also a thing. Like so, I suggest watching it to those who haven't seen it.
I've watched it.
Yeah. So exactly, it's like she's literally just like she can no longer feel like any attraction to like her man, and it's over. You know what I mean? Like I have to go do something else. But if you couldn't even allow her to go find any more hooks too, like you have to find a way. Yeah. Like you have to sanitize everything, like in that super repulsive, like corporate way, like sanitize everything. So it's like no flirting or in the workplace, no like you cannot.
That's literally there in
slip.
HR, actually.
Yeah, get an HR like reporter on their ass. I don't know, someone on their ass permanently. Yeah.
Get an HR reporter on their ass.
That's funny.
Like they call and say, "We see that you're about to like jerk off. You can't do that." Like you just have like a 6 or something. I don't know.
That's the other thing with sexual self-pres is everyone you'd ever hooked up with or tried to hook up with. Let's say that every sexual thought or fantasy that you had was blasted out publicly, that people got to watch your sexual thoughts every time you had them. So like even just in your mind, like, oh, I think this is hot or whatever, like it gets published in the news. Emeka had this thought about this person and they're thinking about hooking up with this person. And to have your sexual fantasies or sexual hooks blasted out publicly and being attached meaning to like political meaning
Awful.
would be the horrible thing for sexual sufferers.
Well, like I'm imagining at a bar, it's like they're like they see people, like the sexual sufferer sees people and like they want to have sex with them, but then it just got blared out of the speakers in the bar,
Right.
and then everyone, like there's a tons of sixes in this bar
Right.
too, so they all look at them and they're like,
Oh,
and
yeah,
then it's
right.
just a whole like thing where they're just getting like pelted by this superego,
Right,
or, like some
right.
sort of like
You
yeah.
want to do what to them? That you want to fuck them tonight?
Yeah, exactly. Especially if it's really like kinky and crazy or something, and then it's like it's just blared, like everyone
Yeah.
sees it. Yeah,
You're defeated. What the hell?
yeah.
Like
It's
that.
like, and it's like you need to go to jail. It's like a whole thing.
You need to leave.
Yeah, you need to leave. You need to leave. Yeah,
You can't step in here anymore.
yeah, you're banned or something.
I guess this would feed into the sexual self-pres ego, but I had something. I was thinking that everyone that you ever had sex with fell sick and died a horrible death, but that's probably feeding into
Well,
some sexual
I can see it
self-pres.
being like every person.
Yeah.
I mean, every person that they fall in love with, that if they had even a sexual thought about them, that person dies, right? Or when they look at that person drops
Oh.
dead.
Yeah.
Like you would hope they're not a necrophiliac, but the idea is that
Right.
like they like if
Right.
if there was a hook that was starting, it gets cut off and killed. Like
Yes.
it's dead.
Or if they
So-
become necrophiliac, that person comes back
Well,
to
their
life
body
and
maybe,
chokes them.
or their body just decays immediately. Like it turns to dust. Maybe even
Yeah.
maybe that.
or just even just sex itself. Every time you have sex, every time you have sex, you become noticeably uglier and less attractive.
Yes.
Oh
Yeah, and or
so
like
the
more-
the act itself is taking away the thing that got you there.
yeah. So you're losing more from the like drug hook
From the
of
drug
what
itself.
it is. Yeah, yeah. Like you're not
Right.
gaining, you're losing. Yeah,
All right, so we've tortured the fuck out of the instinct stackings.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
absolutely.
We'll be looking forward
Yeah.
to your episodes of Hopeless Romantwinks if you guys can figure out your sound.
the
and
technical issues
you can
going.
And your
find a way
time.
not
That's the
to
only
be
thing I
I'm
care
on
about,
time.
Valentino.
I
Your
have
time.
to be on time and
I've got everything perfect. And here you
well,
are,
okay.
like waiting. I'm waiting for like 30
there's
minutes.
a couple kinks that need to get
a couple kinks. Like
I can
currently
literally-
You think I
can't
have a
even
kink
But
for
there
you
are
being
kinks.
late?
Okay, but there's kinks. Whatever, it's good.
I
It's fine.
currently can't see Moses. He's frozen with his mouth
yeah,
open.
he's like
Oh, for
teleporting.
fuck's sake! Not
Yeah.
again.
Sounds
he's
like a
like
robot.
Looks like barking robot.
Well,
You know, a triple incompetent
Yeah.
with a DJ.
A
Somehow,
DJ who can never be on
somehow-
time.
I don't
with the
know how
social
this is gonna
sexual
work.
DJ who's literally orgasm. Who's
That
literally
doesn't-
what the fuck am I saying? That's the social sexual 973 who's literally just constructed to be a
Never
free
there.
prostitute. That's exactly what it
yeah,
is.
yeah,
Very
Uh-huh.
hopeless, very romantic.
very awful,
Very
Roman twin.
technically incompetent.
Yeah.